What is going on, football fans? Back at it with another video, and in this video I'm going to talk about the huge trade that just went down in the NFL. Jalen Ramsey, arguably the best corner in all of football, I think he was ranked second in all of football per PFF last year, has just been traded to the LA Rams. This happened the same day in which the Rams traded Marcus Peters, a 26-year-old cornerback who was a two-time Pro Bowler, away for a linebacker and an undisclosed pick. Now, the Jaguars trade Jalen Ramsey, who we all knew was going to be traded at some point. He was not happy in Jacksonville. He seemed to be forcing his way out, sitting out practices, right? Potentially faking injuries. He was making it very uncomfortable in Jacksonville and trying to force his way out of that situation. Well, that's exactly what he did, and he went to the LA Rams. Now, who won this trade? Well, I'll tell you what, the Jaguars got a ton back. Granted, the Rams may be picking late, but that is not a guarantee. They are 3-3, and Jalen Ramsey may put them over the top. He may not. We're going to have to wait and see how this all plays out. But as far as the Jacksonville Jaguars go, they get 2 first-round picks, and you don't know where those are going to be. They could be late. They could be middle of the pack. But 2 first-round picks, nevertheless, and a 4th in the 2021 draft. So as far as value, Jacksonville got a ton, especially with their backs against the wall. Jalen Ramsey is under contract for 1 more year after this year, in which I think he's due to make about $14 million. Now, the Rams are clearly in win-now mode. They've built that team around a lot of free agents. Yes, Goff was in the draft. Aaron Donald was a Ram as well. But a lot of the key players on that team, they brought in via free agency, and they do not have a huge window to try to compete for a Super Bowl. Of course, last year they went, and they're off to a disappointing 3-3 start. Now, does this make sense from a Rams perspective? Well, knowing that they have a limited window, I get that they're swinging for the fences, but they may be swinging and missing. They play in a very competitive NFC West. You've got the Niners, who are still undefeated, and you've got the Seahawks, who are off to a 5-1 start. The Rams sit at 3-3, and I don't know if this move will put them over the top and back into contention for the division or even the wild card. Maybe 2 wild cards could come out of that division. Maybe they can't. The NFC North is nothing to laugh at. You got the Vikings at 4-2. The Packers, of course, at 5-1. The Bears, I think, are 3-2 coming off a bye. So the Rams have a lot of ground to catch up, and that's not even mentioning the Saints or the Panthers. So it'll be interesting to see if the Rams miss the playoffs this year. This is an atrocious trade. If the Rams don't compete for a Super Bowl, in my opinion, or at least make this divisional round, probably the NFC title game, this is an atrocious trade. Jalen Ramsey is a very talented player, but you only got him under control for 1 more year at about $14 million per. He may very well hold out next year, asking for a contract extension, or that may happen in the coming weeks. I don't know how this will all play out. But at the end of the day, Jalen Ramsey is going to cost you a lot of money for a team that is already wrapped up with a lot of free agents. So, if he puts you over the top and you win a Super Bowl, by all means, celebrate, Rams fans. But you took a huge risk today, and the Jacksonville Jaguars, you got to be happy if you're a Jaguars fan. Yes, I know you're going to be upset that you lost your boy Ramsey, but you got a lot of pieces now to build that team around. Look at the New York Giants this year. The New York Giants won that trade for Odell Beckham, as far as I'm concerned. They did. They get Jabril Peppers, who's been a contributor. They get a first-round pick and a third-round pick. Well, you guys got more. And you don't know. Those picks could be earlier than some people may be anticipating. The Rams could easily finish 8-8 this year. You don't know what's going to happen. What if Goff goes down with an injury? What if the team continues to perform at the way they've been performing? So Jacksonville hit a home run. The Rams got themselves probably the best cornerback in all of football, and maybe that's the piece they needed to get back into the race. We're going to have to wait and see how it all plays out, but that is a huge trade that just went down tonight. As always, if you liked what you watched, please subscribe, drop a comment, maybe give me a little thumbs up. Cheers.